My dad took his own life on my 5th birthday, but the letters he left me were from his best friend, not him. When I found out, I confronted him and learned the dark truth about my dad's death. Now he's in prison, but I'll never get the letters I thought were from my dad. My dad took his own life on my 5th birthday. I remember the night clearly, the way my mother screamed, the flash of blue and red lights bouncing off the walls of our living room. She didn't think I understood what was going on, but I did. He was gone. Forever. I hated my birthday after that. But on my 8th birthday, something changed. I found a letter on our doorstep, sealed with wax, my name written on the front in my dad's handwriting. I still remember what he said, because I reread it every single morning. He told me that whenever I hugged the teddy bear he got me, or heard a robin bird, his favorite, singing, it meant he was with me, always. I never really found out where they were coming from. My mom said she had no idea, and she was convinced it was some friendly stranger, but somehow, I knew that it was him. Since then, every year on my birthday, a letter sealed with a red wax stamp has always shown up at my door, protected with an umbrella. As I got older, the letters became more and more elaborate. He'd congratulate me on making it to my middle school graduation, for getting my driver's license, and it always ended in the same way. When you hear those robins sing, know that it's me reminding you that love never dies. It just changes shape. But on my 17th birthday, things took a turn. I received my letter like usual, but it was different. He still wrote about how proud he was, how much he loved me. But then he mentioned Ella, my best friend Ella. He said he was happy I found her. But the thing is, I only met Ella a few months ago. My hands shook as I read it, the words blurring together. I tried to tell myself it was some kind of mistake. Maybe I'd mentioned her in passing before, but I knew I hadn't. That cracked something open in me, but I still so desperately wanted it to be true. And I knew exactly who to ask. Mr. Grayson. He was my dad's best friend of all time, and he lived just 3 blocks away. I didn't even bother knocking, just marched right up and pounded on the door until he opened it. Sophie, is everything all right? I shoved the letter at him. How did he know? He stared at the letter, then back at me. What do you mean? Ella. He couldn't have known that. He's been dead for 12 years. His smile fell and was replaced by something darker, but I was losing patience. Are they fake? Has someone else been writing these? Your father knew you better than you think, he replied, voice low and calm. I nodded like his answer was good enough, but it wasn't. And so I did what every respectable 17-year-old girl would do in my shoes. I started watching him. Every day after school, I'd sit on the corner and wait for him to leave his house. I didn't even know what I was looking for, until one day when I saw him drive out of town. He didn't even notice me following him. He ended up driving all the way to the edge of town, to this rundown storage unit behind an old gas station. By the time he had finally come out and drove away, I had already finished 2 full Emma Chamberlain podcast episodes, so that's when I snuck in. The storage unit was still unlocked, probably because he hadn't expected a psycho beach to come snooping around. Inside, it smelled like dust and black mold, rows of boxes stacked to the ceiling. I flipped one open. Letters. Dozens of them, all sealed with wax, all labeled with names. I pulled them out slowly, my hands shaking. None of the names were familiar. That's when I found one that I finally recognized, because it had my name on it. For Sophie, if she finds this. It was the exact same wax seal and same handwriting as all the other letters I'd received. The letter read, "If you're reading this, Sophie, it means every letter has been safely delivered to your door. Happy 18th birthday, my love. You're now old enough to know the truth." I wrote all of these before I left. I spent my last months putting everything I had into them. Memories, stories, advice I wanted you to have even when I couldn't be there. I hope I was right about the predictions I made about the friends you'd have. I made them based on the woman I knew your mother would raise you to become. I love you. By this point, I was a crying mess, and I felt this hunger to know more. So I kept digging, and I found more stacks of letters, all addressed to different girls' names. I couldn't help myself.